Discord. The website discord.io suffered a massive 760,000 victim data breach, and I'm going to tell you 4 things you need to know about this breach with a 5th reason if you like me ranting and you're really nerdy. So the first thing that you should know about this breach is what is discord.io. A lot of people are mad confused and they think that this is either Discord or it's Discord's database, but that is not the case. In fact, it is a website like Disboard or top.gg that allow you to list Discord servers to advertise. What it also allows you to do is make your own custom Discord invites. So instead of having to give Discord your money by server boosting a server to level 3 to get a custom server invite link, instead what you do is you paste in your normal Discord invite and you create your own link. When you click on personalize, your Discord link turns from this garbled mess into discord.io/NTTS, for example. Now, despite discord.io not being an official Discord website, it is important that you know the second thing about this data breach, which is what information was actually given away in the breach. Now, I have to commend what discord.io did here, because if you go to their website right now, they actually, right on the front page, the website doesn't work anymore, and the only thing that's on it is this blog post. Discord.io has suffered a data breach. Now, they go over the details of this data breach, that it started on the 14th of August, and what happened is that there was a vulnerability in their own website which allowed an attacker to gain access to our database, and guess what that attacker did? This is a website where you can sell data breach information. And this fella here was trying to sell all 760,000 users information. Definitely not scummy. Now, what information is this dude selling? There's 2 categories of information. There's non-sensitive information, stuff like your balance on the website, when you registered on the website, and your last payment date, but then we have the potentially sensitive information about your account. And what is this information that you should be worried about? It's first, your username. It also contains your Discord ID, your email address, and for some people it might contain your billing address, and this is only a concern if you made a purchase before discord.io started using Stripe, which is a payment processor. So if you were back on discord.io and the website looked like this bad boy when it was ancient and you didn't go through Stripe to buy premium, then your billing address is somewhere hidden in this information. Now, your billing address being exposed is the worst of the worst, and it will affect a very small number of people, but this breach also contains your salted and hashed password. Now, this only applies if you went on discord.io and made an account on the website. If you just clicked on login and logged in using Discord, then this doesn't apply to you. Now, assuming you made an account, what is a salted and hashed password? Basically, you have your password, and then they add some random letters to it, and they put it through a hashing algorithm, and you get this random combination of letters and numbers. So they don't have your password, but they do have the hashed password and your salt, and if they're smart enough and they spend a whole bunch of time on it, they could figure out your original password. And those hackers potentially having your password brings me to my 3rd point that you should know about this data breach. What should you do if you use discord.io? Now, discord.io tells you that you shouldn't change your password unless you use that old registration system. Honestly, I would ignore this advice and just change your password anyways, because here's the thing, if you use the same password on every single website, that is really, really bad, because remember, they could always reverse engineer your password, and if you use the password Apple on every website, then I have access to all your accounts. Now, the next thing that you should do is you should go to your Discord authorized apps and remove discord.io. But I have some good news for you. Discord actually did a good thing today. I know, crazy, right? In the Stack Diary article where they talk about the discord.io data breach, they actually managed to talk to Discord, which is, that's rare. Discord revoked the OAuth tokens from any Discord user that used discord.io, which basically means Discord removed discord.io from your authorized apps. These names are getting more confusing the more I'm saying them. Now, the most important thing, and this will affect everyone that had their information in the data breach, is that they need to be careful. Your email address and your Discord ID were exposed in the data breach. And with those 2 pieces of information, you could be a target for very specific scams in the future. For example, someone could email you a Discord scam on your specific email. Now, this is a very generic and primitive garbage email, but these scam emails can get very specific because, once again, your Discord ID was exposed in the data breach. If I go to the actual data breach and I just copy someone's user ID here, and I go into Discord and I just paste in their user ID, I can get their whole entire account. There's this person here, I can see their profile picture when they created their account, their username, and using that, I could try to convince them that I'm actually Discord support with some sort of special fancy email. Now, with the possibility of you being sent very specific scams in the future, that brings me to my fourth point. How do you keep yourself safe from future data breaches? Now, the first very important thing is, please, for the love of God, go to your user settings and enable two-factor authentication. This will protect your account if you use the same password on everything. This is just a bare minimum. Please turn on two-factor authentication. Now, another way to keep yourself safe from data breaches in the future is using a different password on every single website. Now, that's hard to do, so use something like a password manager. This is KeePass. It's free and open source. If this is a little too nerdy for you, then you can use something like Bitwarden, and these things are just amazing. It allows you to generate very secure passwords, and all you need to do is remember one single password. But there's another factor of this data breach that is extremely annoying. It's the fact that your email address was leaked. Now, if your email address is firstname@gmail.com, then you might feel a little bit uncomfortable right now. And that's where I talk about using different emails or email relays. So the easiest thing that you could do right now is just make more email accounts. Have one email that's like your first name and your last name, and that's for very personal stuff. Anything that is not specifically related to you will go on a new Gmail account that you make. Now, I'm going to turn up the nerdiness just a little bit. We know that on every single website we want to use a different password, but what if you could make a new email for every single website? Sounds like a lot of work. It's actually not. You can get something like Proton Pass. For example, amazon.3jb55@passmail.com. That email is specifically generated for Amazon, and when you use that email for Amazon, it will go directly to your main email. To be fair, Proton Pass is a little iffy. The free version allows you to get 10 Hide My Email aliases, and they have a paid version for like €1 that allows unlimited Hide My Email aliases. If this is too complex for you and you're an iOS user, like myself, with no brain, then you could just get iCloud Plus, which allows you to hide your email infinitely, and it's backed by Apple, so you're probably good, unless you're trying to hide from Apple because you're some sort of corporate spy. Now, cranking up the nerdiness even more. We're at max nerdiness right now. What you could also do is use Cloudflare's email routing. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to set this up because I'm too stupid for it, but assuming you own a domain and you want to go through this process, you can make your own custom email aliases. And just keep in mind this Cloudflare thing is free. You've made it past the nerdy stuff, which means you're curious about the fifth thing you should know about this data breach, and it's how stupid this whole entire thing is. Now, this is my opinion, I should make it clear, but there's a lot of stupid going on here. The first piece of stupid is that when you try using Discord.io's bot, it asks for your email address. Does this bot actually need your email address? Does this website need your email address? No, it doesn't. And the second stupid thing is that your billing address was part of the data breach. This is old billing address data. Why wouldn't you discard that? Why wouldn't you get rid of it? And guess what? The stupid doesn't stop. In fact, it gets even worse. There's an article from Hackread that talks about the Discord.io breach, and guess who they talked to? They managed to interview the person, the alleged person that hacked this whole entire thing. This person managed to breach Discord.io and get all of this data, and the first thing that they tried to do is they tried to sell it to people. Keep in mind, this is on breach forums, it's on their marketplace, it says selling. Their intentions were to make money right from the start. But here's the thing, money never came. In fact, this dude failed miserably. And what does that result in? Well, now this guy is a nobody until he starts listing his manifesto. And the hacker, let me turn on my Discord nerd voice, said the following.
First, I have to say I hate Discord and its audience. I think most of them are creeps. I put the data on the market to sell, but I'm not sure about it. I want to talk to the management of Discord.io and agree on some issues. I want to talk to them about sissy, femboy, etc. content and blacklisting of creep talks from now on.
Remember, guys, it's not about the breach and me trying to make money by selling user data. It's about the message. The message of I don't want sissy and femboys on a website. This makes no goddamn sense. If it wasn't obvious, this whole entire thing just reeks of egotistical 16-year-old kid that's trying to be an edgelord. God, it doesn't get any more Discord degenerate than this, boys. Anyways, that's all you need to know about Discord.io's data breach. Have a good one. Bye-bye, and I love you. Mwah!